So recently, after many applications, I finally got approved for this card. This card being the Atmos Rewards credit card by Bank of America. It's distributed by Bank of America. But this card used to be, it's a fusion of what used to be the Alaskan Airlines card and the Hawaiian Airlines card. Now they're merged together. I made videos on this in the past when this was first announced that they weren't going to have the Alaska Airlines card anymore, and it's now under Atmos. So Atmos also is a part of the One World Alliance airline alliance thing. So I'm gonna put it on the screen here. This means that they have a thing where you can kind of transfer points, your Atmos points to any of these airline alliances. So not only can you basically use your Atmos points for Alaska Airlines cards or Alaskan flights, but you can also use it for all of these, including American, which is really good. That's the only American airline that they have on here, I believe. But besides that, they got some really good ones: Qatar, Japan Air, Finnair. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, they got Qantas too. So this is everything. They got some really good airlines on here. And so I'm going to be going through how I got approved and why I went for this card in the first place. So this card, I'm not going to lie, I look at a lot of credit cards very often. So I kind of didn't even know all of the benefits that came with this card. Like I knew about it. I knew some stuff, but not even everything. But I first wanted to get this card. I first had interest because it was the Alaskan card prior, and I wanted the Alaskan card because the Alaskan card has some good benefits, lounge and all that. But then once they did this is kind of better, low key, or actually high key. This is high key better than what the Alaska card was, because obviously the Alaska card was limited in it just being Alaska, while this is Alaska, Hawaiian, plus again One World Alliance, which is a bunch of airlines. So really good on that, right? Big major improvement from before. Like I said, I had an interesting story with this because I got denied a lot of times. I got denied for this card literally probably at least 4 times in the last ever since it came out. I got denied for literally all 3 of these cards, and probably the Atmos Rewards Ascent, which is the first one, the Ascent card 2 or 3 times. I got denied a bunch of times. I'm pretty sure looking back, I did have a call with a rep from B of A, and they had told me that there was the 2 and 12 rules. So if you got 2 cards in the last 12 months, that you would not be able to get this card, or any Bank of America card, right? Now, when I ended up getting approved for this recently, I believe I was over 212 anyway, but I did have I had a larger gap than usual with credit cards. So it had been more times and less amount of cards in my last 12 months. But when I look back on the numbers, I'm pretty sure I was over 212. But I would say that as a piece of advice and a data point, that if you're trying to get this card or another Bank of America card, and you're having issues, I would say focus on that 2 in the last 12 months data point, because that worked for me. Like I said, I'm not even sure if I was under it, but I was definitely at a lesser amount. Maybe could have been at 112, to be honest. But yeah, so I was finally able to get approved for this credit card. So this card, like you see, has three different tiers. They have business. They have no annual fee card. So all of them have at least an annual fee, the minimum being $95 for the Ascent. I got the Ascent credit card, and to be quite honest, to me it wasn't. I do understand the Infinite card, right? $395 annual fee. It has Obviously, better lounge access. The Ascent card has no lounge access, but the difference in the intro bonus is so minuscule. It is 10,000 bonus points, which if you just estimate $100 maybe, right? If you just throw out a number, give or take, you could call it 200, you could call it whatever, right? But that's for a difference of $300 in annual fee. So that obviously does not add up at all. But I think the Infinite can obviously be very good as well. It depends on where you live as well, because this is centered around Alaska. Obviously, the lounge is Alaska lounge passes, and it still is, more or less. I mean, we're on the Alaskan Air website right now to look at this. So as you know, so this is still an Alaska Airlines based credit cards, right? So it's gonna vary a lot as well. If you're on the East Coast, this is not gonna have as much value, right? As if you're on the West, Seattle, San Francisco, etc. But with this card, they have a supposed limited time offer. Even though I'm pretty sure I feel like I've seen this card at $70K forever, but it might be $60K. For the it might be $60K standard, but it has free check bagged, preferred boarding, and we're looking at the Ascent, right? So if you already know that the Infinite is gonna have everything more, but I'm gonna go through the card I got, which is the Atmos Ascent card. So it has free check bag and preferred boarding, which is pretty standard for a card like this. And then one of the other big points with this card is that it has a companion pass or companion fare. Is that what they call it? Okay, companion fare, yeah. Because companion pass is another deal, but companion fare. So $99 companion fare plus taxes and fees from $23. To qualify, spend $3K or more on purchases in the first 90 days. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Companion fare on the card, and then it has the this is gonna be each account anniversary after you spend $6K or more in purchases within the prior anniversary year. So this is gonna be another type of companion fare that comes with the credit card, giving you another chance to get more companion fares. So obviously not a companion pass, but still pretty good, especially for a card that is $95 annually. This is a pretty good benefit. And then you can earn points on everyday spend with no cap. So this is going to be the typical 3 points per $1 spent on Alaska and Hawaiian, and then 2 points. Pretty good multipliers. Besides that, I don't look too deep, as you know, like with everything, most of this stuff is pretty standard. But the real meat and potatoes is the intro bonus, which is solid. Free check back, preferred boarding, which should be pretty standard, but is great nonetheless. And then the companion fare. The companion fare is real good. That's something that's a separator from this card to a lot of other cards, especially at this price point annually, $95. So that's why I got this card. Also, even though there's no annual fee card of this credit card, you still can downgrade this card to product change. I call it downgrading, product change. Just I use those words interchangeably, but you can downgrade the Atmos credit card to one of Bank of America's other credit cards that have no annual fee, like the custom cash, unlimited cash. So if you needed a downgrade path, there is an opportunity for that as well. So yeah, I think this card is super solid. I think I might not even downgrade it. I think it might be one of my main airline cards because of how versatile it is with the One World Alliance. Like, that kind of makes this really dynamic, really versatile, and the companion fare. Between those two things, that makes this card like really really interesting. Now it still is Alaska based, so you know, lounge access and you know, a lot of the stuff with it is still Alaska based, West Coast based, but this card is really, really unique and really dynamic. So that's why I like this credit card. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I really am interested in this card. I've been interested in this since the beginning, but now after getting the card and looking more into it deeper, like, this card is really like a standout credit card, to be honest, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. See you guys in the next video.